Hey, what is up everyone? Today is an exciting day. We're going to be checking out the Logitech G915 wireless mechanical keyboard. So when I received this keyboard, here's what was inside the box. The keyboard, of course, a USB connector cable, the USB Lightspeed connector, and an instruction manual on how to use the keyboard. The first thing you're going to notice with this keyboard is how thin it is. The height of the keyboard is only 22 millimeters, which is really slim. Most keyboards are 2 times or even 3 times bigger. The keyboard is made of a brushed metal of aluminum, which looks really great when you turn on the lights on the keyboard. It creates this nice glowy reflection. If you look on the side of the keyboard, you can see Logitech engraved the keyboard model number, and I think that looks really nice. This keyboard does have 2 little kickstands on the bottom of the keyboard. And the cool thing about these kickstands is that you have 2 options, a lower lift and a higher lift. I think this is great if you're trying to adjust your wrist to be at the perfect level while using the keyboard. Alright, so if you look on the keyboard, the first customizable options you get are the 5 Logitech keys on the left-hand side of the keyboard. With these keys, you can adjust what they do. You can make it open an application or assign it some sort of shortcut. If you want to change these up and how they function, you're going to have to install the Logitech G915 software and adjust them in there. The software should work with most operating systems, which includes Windows, Mac, and Linux. If you take a look on the upper left part of the keyboard, you'll get 4 profile switcher keys, which basically lets you change how the keyboard functions in the click of a button. So this is pretty handy if you're playing multiple games and you want different shortcuts assigned for that specific game. And this also applies to the lighting effect as well as the lighting animations. On the top center of the keyboard, you get 4 more buttons to adjust the keyboard settings. The first one is Logitech's Lightspeed technology, which is basically an alternative to Bluetooth connectivity. And the benefit of using Logitech's Lightspeed is that it's very quick. Logitech claims that the speed at which data transfers from the wireless keyboard to your computer is 1 millisecond, which is pretty much like using a wired mouse. So if you're concerned about delays while gaming with this keyboard, you shouldn't be, because there is literally no delay on this wireless keyboard, which is really impressive. Next to the connectivity buttons are the lighting buttons. You can adjust the brightness. There's 5 brightness levels, and there's also an animation lighting adjustment button. If you want to tweak the animation of your keyboard, say to glow only red or blue or flash between 2 specific colors, you can do that in the Logitech G915 software. So let's talk a little bit about the battery life and the wirelessness of this keyboard. The keyboard lasts for up to 30 hours with the maximum brightness level. You have the ability to use the keyboard while it's charging as well, so you really shouldn't have any issues with running out of battery as you're using the keyboard. This Logitech G915 keyboard is a mechanical keyboard. And with a mechanical keyboard, there's many different types of mechanical keys. This keyboard has 3 different key options. So you get the chocolates, the reds, and the whites. And basically the chocolates are the tactile ones, the reds are the linear ones, and the whites are the clicky ones. If you want to know more about how these keys function, Logitech made this cool little interactable keyboard on their website where when you click a key button, it plays the sound in your ear so you can get a better feel of what the key sounds like. And it also shows a little graph of how the keyboard actually pushes into the keyboard. So do check that out if you're not sure which mechanical keys you should get. I decided to go with the chocolate keys, the tactile ones, because they're not too loud and I don't want to disturb the environment around me. And they're not too quiet and subtle where I can't really tell if I'm doing a click or not. So to me, the chocolate keys sounded the most appealing. And speaking of sound, we're going to do a sound test so you can hear what the chocolate keys actually sound like. To record the typing test, we are using a Rode VideoMic Pro. Here we go. So overall, this is a really solid keyboard. Probably one of the most premium keyboards money can buy right now. The two things that really stuck out to me with this keyboard was, one, the sleek design. I love how minimal and clean it looks. And two, the wirelessness. I think that makes your setup a lot cleaner and you don't have any cables running, which makes your setup look very minimal and pro. So if you're looking to up your setup game and get a premium mechanical keyboard, then this keyboard may be a great option for you. As of making this video, the keyboard does run for $250, which is fairly steep for a keyboard. If you want to get something a little bit cheaper and still have the same features as this keyboard, they make a wired version of this keyboard which runs for $50 less. So you'll be paying about $200 instead of $250 for that. I'm planning to keep this keyboard for quite some time. So if you have any questions about how this keyboard functions, leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And of course, if you're interested in picking up this keyboard, I'll leave two links down in the description below. One for the wireless version and one for the wired version. If you want to know what's happening in the tech world, click that subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications. Don't forget to like this video and leave a comment down below. Peace.